Crafty Hope, and I've got a little bit of a surprise here. Pat and I went this morning around the corner to a garage sale, and the lady had a couple of craft supply type things. Some I left, but I did come home with a couple of things, and she bagged it all up, and I have not touched it since this morning, so it's been several hours, and I figured I would open it up and we could go through it together. Hooray! We'll see. This may be, yeah. Anyway, I got the scissors out so I could just cut into it. So, here we go. So this top thing, I grabbed a couple of embroidery hoops because it's always nice to have a couple of embroidery hoops. So, grab those. Great. This top basket was mostly beady type stuff. So, I think it's a bunch of seed beads. And they're marked like, here's just some red, silver lined. And these are marked blue. Let's see. These are like an opaque blue seed bead. And here we have, it says assorted. Ooh. So yeah, these are like the opaque assorted ones. And I have probably most of what's in this basket already, but I got what I got here for $4. I thought, hey, big deal. I guess this is one of those latch hook things. I don't know what to do with that. Here are some, oh, what are these? These are just the rings that you can get in like the embroidery section, I guess. I don't really know what they're for. I've got some and I've wrapped them, but I don't really know what they're for. And some plastic, like tri-beads. Those will probably go away. And here's some blue seed beads and clear seed beads. Oh, and some tiny pearls. Now those, I don't know, I think they may be plastic. Tiny pearls. And some black seed beads and clear silver, white. What do we have here? These I saw in here and they're interesting. They're see-through stones. It feels like they're flat-backed. I can't tell if they've got holes in them or not. But they're just like little crystals that you can color yourself and add to things. So I thought they were kind of, I think there's 2 packs of those in here. Yeah, like these are a little bit larger. So that's kind of fun. Here's some more of those tri-fold ones. Oh, some twisty bugle beads. I haven't seen those in a while. That's interesting. These are some kind, I'll have to take out of the package, but some kind of flowery brass type thing. That could be nice. Some more of those plastic beads. Oh, here's some little silver screw eye hooks. I love that. Let's see. Oh, some more crystals. And then several packs of pen backs. Just gold ones that you would like glue onto something. Here is a miniature, looks like a butter churn that would go like in a dollhouse. So that's interesting. More crystals, so those are fun. Here are some, wow, I did not see these. Some odd little like faces, flat back cab, I guess. I don't know what those would go on. That's weird. Safety pins, score. Here's, oh, a couple feather charms. These I saw in there, and they are, I'm not real sure what they are, but they're just little charms. Kind of in a brass. Here is it's a hoe. I got a hoe. And let's see, there's some other little charms in here. This is, oh, it's a pretty little rose. And then there's some like earring back type things. So that was all the little jewelry things I got that I saw up there. And she's having the sale again tomorrow. I may go back when Pat's not with me and poke around again to see if she's got anything else I missed. Probably not, but... Alright, and then I also got this 10. And now, of course, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, look, a 10. And it looks like a cross-stitch pattern. It is a Whitman sampler, but it's got some pretty little things on it that are cross-stitchy looking that I could possibly use. But inside, some oil pastels. I think I've got a pack kind of like this. But these are from TGMY for 99 cents, you know. And then there were odd little things. There's like button covers in here. Those I'll probably just get rid of. But then there's like some Liquitex acrylic paints in here. Now these could be dried up and bad and whatnot, but we've got several different colors. What is this? Titanium white. It's a speedball, titanium white, crimson. All right, and then there's pigment composition. I don't know what this means. And here's pigment composition for ferric oxides. There's burnt sienna, a couple watercolors here, and a blue and a yellow, so I can make green. A couple cut dowels. I don't know what I would use those for. That is preventing and recognizing pressure sores, but useful. Some snap components, a puzzle piece, little plastic. Oh, here's what is this, Indian red? So I guess it's the primary colors just about for the watercolor, so that could be useful. And then there's this little tag, somebody's address on it in Ozark, Alabama, a phone number, maybe some kind of dog tag, but that might be fun to bend into a bracelet. So anyway, like I said, I picked up all that stuff for $4 up at the yard sale. I was really interested in the fact that these were acrylic paints. Yeah, and this one still looks like, I don't know if you can see that. Ooh, so it looks like it's good. So I've got to figure out what these what pigment composition is. I'm not familiar with what that is. So I'm gonna look that up here in a second. Anyway, that was my yard sale haul for today. We did hit a couple of thrifts, like antique malls, but just nothing really caught our eye there. So it's a fun day of thrifting, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. Hey, before I go, my pigment composition here, if I turn it over and look, I see it's acrylic paint and like yellow ochre. So yeah, sometimes it works to turn over your paint to find out what you've got. So hey y'all, in addition to picking up those things at the garage sale, I also picked up a couple things through the month that could be considered thrifty. First up, I got some crystals. Now these larger ones I love. They have, I don't know if you can see them or not, but they've got flowers cut into the side, and some of them have like this loop here at the top, and some of the others have this square bead at the top, and then there are two or three different kinds of flowers on the side. Let me see if I can find something to give it some contrast. Maybe you can see the different flowers on there. And that is super cool to me. So there's something like 5 crystals in here, and they were marked at $15. But the night I was there, it was 50% off. So that was fantastic. But I also, in that same booth, they had, sorry for the a couple of these smaller crystals that I think are great sizes for earrings or the bottoms of a pendant and a necklace. So I grabbed those two, and they were $2 each, 50% off. That was $1. So I picked those up. But my big thing was yesterday I hit up a couple of the Hobby Lobbies in town because I had heard that in different cities they were putting a big clearance on art supplies. So I made a point of hitting up 2 different, well, after I found that one in Mobile, which is the biggest town by me, or biggest city by me, had their clearance marked, I ran out and got it. But look, y'all, this is stuff like $15 was marked down to $3. So I got a bunch of these Marabou art crayons. I think I got all of the ones that they had, all of the colors. Let me make sure. Is that all of them? I think all of them. Let me double check. Yeah. So I got all of these. Again, these 4 were $15 marked down to $3. And this larger set was $19 marked to $3.75. So I thought that was a huge deal. I cannot wait to break them open and try them out. Because I don't even know if I like them. I do know I like water-soluble crayons, so I have a feeling I will. But I also, a bunch of the Tim Holtz Ranger stuff was also on sale, on clearance. So I picked up this little pack of some of the Distress inks, so that I just have a nice variety. And again, this is, it didn't have an original price on it, but these are usually like $6, $7, I guess. And it was $2.74. In that same vein, I grabbed The Distress Oxide stamps have been my favorite lately. And so I got some of the colors I didn't have. Abandoned Coral, Walnut Stain, and Wild Honey went from $6 to $1.50. So, woot! I'm definitely going to be playing with those. What else did I get? I found this Distress Refresher, which refreshes your Distress inks, whether it's, let's see, ink pads, markers, or paint even. And I thought that was great because I think some of my markers may have dried out. So I'm going to try using this on it. And it went from $5 to $1.24. What? Alright, a couple more Tim Holtzing things. I got some Distress sprays and Picket Fence tumbled glass and tea dye. So, and these are a different size than some of the other ones I have. So I thought that might be nice to have a smaller size. And then there was this is one of the more expensive things I guess I got, but it's a water brush, and this one's a flat tip, and I hadn't really noticed that before, so I'm kind of excited to try that out. And then they had this Distress Picket Fence kit, which is the ink pad and then the re-inker. So that'll be fun to play with. And then in addition to all of the Tim Holtz stuff, they also had the, what is it, Dr. Phil Martins or something. I think that's what it's called, or Dr. P.H. Martins, or whatever it is. Some of their iridescent inks on sale, and I wasn't really feeling the India ink. I thought about it. I stood there for a really long time. I looked at it 2 or 3 times because it was a good price. But I ended up getting this, what I think is masking fluid. And I got it for, it was half price just about. So I'm interested to try it too. So that was my haul from Hobby Lobby. And so that's been pretty much all the thrift stuff I've gotten from this month for January. And I hope you find some good deals, and I'll keep an eye out for you. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to go play with these now. All right, bye.